I played in Brooklyn in December, which is pretty sweet, but it's always good to come back. So my debut record is finished. It's just not released yet. I'm still doing all the fun music business stuff on the back end. So hopefully we'll be out sometime in the fall or in the spring. I'm going to play a bunch of songs tonight. Some of them are going to be on that record. Some of them are probably going to be on the second record. So you guys are getting a real sneak peek. I always like to say I'll play some like old ones and new ones, but they're all new to you guys. So. This first one is actually the most recent one that I've written. I just finished it a couple days ago, and it's called Holding On to More. I hope you like it. They say treat yourself kind, like that's all I have to do. Did they ever see the kindness that I always have for you? Where's the road and I can see it, and all the signs are broken down? Should I guess the curves and secrets were by home outside of town? One is better than the other, while the other still sounds nice. Give this letter to my mother, and all it says is you're right. I wrote it all down in the journal I found, stating all the time that I lost. A dog left in the pound isn't funny or profound. It's just the way things turned out to be. Well, I'm holding on to more than God, I wish that I was stronger when I picked up the phone. 'Cause now I miss when it took longer. We would take a shortcut back home. But that's a long time away. There ain't much that I turtles all the way down and pretend that I'm with you. There's a lesson when you need. There's always more when you don't. So where's the road when I can see? Will it take me back home? I wish I wrote it all down in the journal I found, stating all the time that I lost. The dog left in the pound isn't funny or profound. It's just the way things turned out to be. Well, I'm holding on to more than a memory. Yes, I'm holding on to more than a memory. Yes, I'm holding on to more than a memory. Woo! So I've been playing music for quite some time, but I've been doing the professional artist gig for a little under a year now, and it's been amazing. It's been a really good experience. The only thing that I don't like about it that much is that whenever I leave home, I leave my fiance, my dog, and my cat, and I miss them a lot. So I wrote this song called "Miss You," and it's pretty much about that. So. I usually have one of those like normal capos, but I'm a little clumsy and lose things a lot, so I already lost my capo that I had for this whole run. So I have this very archaic version of a capo that not many people know what it is. It's the one that my dad always used, and I don't know why. And I asked him because it's like the most frustrating capo to use. You have to like get it perfectly lined up and like stretch this like leathery thing over the top of it to get it hooked on. I was like, Dad, you know they have like clip capos that you can just like pop on and they work perfectly. And he's like, well, I talk too much as it is, so I need something to do with my hands. And I was like, he always had this like funny adventure. I'm like, all right, I guess. Why don't you just like talk? This one is on the record. It's called Boyhood, and I just wrote it about growing up with my brother Jack in Nashville. So I hope you like it.
In the woods on a hot July day, we got lost on a second thought, never knew the way. Mama said go play outside, the supper's ready soon. We caught bugs, found rocks, and thought we might find the moon. I saw a creek that was 10 years wide and hoped to cross it soon, and now I did. you ain't done. Just know how far you came. You know that creek beyond the pines. I crossed it many times. And you will too. And all you gotta do is give it some time. When I'm done, you'll teach your son how to swim it straight. Just find love inside your heart. You'll never flow away. You'll never flow away.
So this next one is called This Far South. And this one's an important song for me because it was kind of the song that got this whole thing started. My good friend and co-producer of my record, Rustin Kelly, we were hanging out one night and we were just kind of picking on the guitar. Probably a little too late and we should have been staying up, but I played this song for him and he was like, "Hey, did you write that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I sure did." And he's like, "Well, let's do a demo of it just to for fun, see how we go." So we go in the studio, do a demo, and I had a lot of fun. It was a really good time. And he didn't say anything about it for 2 months, and I was like, did I totally suck? Was that really weird for him? And he calls me out of the blue 2 months later, and he's like, "Hey, let's do a record. Let's do an actual whole album, and this is the thing you need to be doing." So yeah, this song it means a lot. Yeah, it's called This Far South, and I wrote it just about kind of looking back when I was a little bit younger than I am now, and all the really dumb mistakes that I made, the path that took me down, and how I realized I needed to change something. So, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with who my dad was, Mr. Tommy Prine. He has a lot of really cool songs. I'm going to play one of my favorite ones by him. I do want to know one thing that I feel very grateful for is that even though he's not with us anymore, I have his whole catalog that I get to come over whenever I want. I feel like I want to have a conversation with him or something, so I consider myself very blessed to have that. This is one of those songs where I listened back since he passed and I was like, how the hell did that dude think of that? It is so good. He's pretty good. It's called The Speed of the Sound of Loneliness.
Come on late and come on early. Come on big when you're feeling small. You come on straight and you come on curvy. Sometimes you don't come on at all. So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? Broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be unheard. And I got a heart that burns with a fever. And I got a worried and jealous mind. And how can love that last forever get left so far behind? So what in the world's come over you? And what in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be unheard. Somebody needs a dreadful sorrow has crossed the evil line today. And how can you ask about tomorrow if you ain't got one word to say? So what in the world's come over you? What in heaven's name have you done? You've broken the speed of the sound of loneliness. You're out there running just to be unheard. You're out there running just to be unheard.
This next one is another very recent one that I've written. It's called Mysteries of Man. And as of making my record, I recorded it last July, and it took a lot of work to get to the point where I had 11 songs that I really wanted on the record. I had a lot to say, I had a lot to catch people up on. It's my first record. I have to let you guys know who I am as an artist, who I am as a son, as a brother, as a soon-to-be husband, all these things. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of emotional, cathartic things that you have to work through to make it into one body of work. And when I was done doing that, it's kind of hard to write a song after that, because I'm like, I don't know what else I have to say. Like, I pretty much put it all out there, you know. So I tried writing a song recently, and I couldn't get anything going. So I do this exercise sometimes where I just kind of look around the room and see what I can find, what catches my eye. And there's these 2 books that were on my coffee table that I've never read. But I started the song with, this morning I read these books. I'm just completely lying to myself. But anyways, this song is called The Mysteries of Man. Maybe we'll figure out why I said that. This morning, well, I read the prophet, the theory of music. And by read, I mean I looked at the titles to write down that line. The words on the spine help me combine how to be gentle and how to be kind to myself and everyone else. When I get to cleaning, I get to singing some more. Well, it helps me get into my body and out of my mind. It took all this time to undo the lines. Learn how to laugh and learn how to cry. It's a wonder how I make it. The mysteries of man and the mysteries of me. Well, some things are simple and some things are free. Well, if it costs money, then it ain't for me. Here's a piece of my heart and soul. Some things are simple and some things are free. But if it costs money, then it ain't for me. Here's a piece of my heart and soul. The first time I tried doing that, I was at a show in Paducah, Kentucky, and not gonna lie, I had a few before I went on stage. And I tried doing that on my first try, and I just could not get it. And it was the most awkward 10 minutes of my entire life. People were sitting there like, is he okay? Like, should we help him? Well, anyways, I'll talk about the next song I'm doing, which is, okay. So this song, you can look forward to hearing it on the record. I wrote this song called I Love You Always, and it is for my fiance Savannah. And I wrote her a song when we first started dating, and it was a cool song, but it was much more of I think a really hot song because I was trying to impress her, and I was like, well, we're getting married in June, so I should probably write I'm deeply in love with you song. So the song's called I Love You Always.
Rise in the morning, now the magnolias bloom, and once in a while we'll stare at the moon, wondering if this moment will stay. And I love you always. The heart can be fickle, it means not to harm. It'll lash out in anger or fall in your arms. In the summer or spring or any old day, and I love you always. Time can be tricky, a decade or two will feel like a weekend when I'm with you. Forwards and back, and through time and space, and I love you always. And I love you always.
I can't wait for you to hear the recorded version of that. It's real pretty. We got some strings on it and everything. This next one's called Observations, and I wrote it when my fiance Savannah was surprising me with another foster animal. We foster a lot of dogs. Well, before you think I'm like a good person or anything, I just get a text like, hey, it's like me and Edgar, like we're on our way to the house. And I'm like sick, can't wait to meet him. Can't wait to, yeah. Okay, I'll tell her someone clap for her tonight. I mean, I love dogs, but I just, today, in that specific day, I wasn't in a very good mood about it. And I love that I bring this up as the context for the song, because it literally pertains to one line in the song. But it also is called Observations, and it's just a string of unadulterated thoughts given to you. Welcome to my mind. The song's called Observations.
I've been having troubles with every obligation, and no one seems to understand why I'm in this situation, including me. Well, I've been staring at most of what I've seen, 'cause honestly, it's not fair that you're gone. I feel like I wasted those years flying on a spaceship. I played myself in a cartoon and the writers seem to base it all on me. I'm sorry I suggested we keep Maggie in the basement. And I don't think she's just a dog. How could I be so complacent with our life? I've been counting shooting stars and always contemplating why they only show up on very special occasions. I don't know. So how many lives have I lived? Just don't feel like the first one. And since I get to spend it all with you, it ain't the worst one. This I know.
By the way, I don't keep my dog in the basement. It was a joke. I love my dog.
Right.
Yeah, we're best friends now.
Right.
You don't believe me? I am kind of a cat person now. Anyways, here's like a super devastating song. So I turned 26 last October, and whenever it's my birthday, I get like super existential and start thinking about like time and shit like that. And I came to this notion that I think is kind of beautiful in a way. We as humans only have the capacity to love as strongly and as deeply as we do, and to fear and to hate and to feel all these things so strongly is because everything that we experience is finite, including our own lives. Every person that you come in contact with and yourself and everything that you enjoy, love, don't like, everything is finite. And I think that's why we feel so strongly all the time. And I wrote this song kind of about that. It's called Ships in the Harbor.
Must be the morning again. The sun through the window felt good in my skin. So we must be leaving soon, as it should. And I saw the bluebird again. She pointed it out in the yard and our fence. So it must be leaving soon, as it should. I'm standing by water, it's harder and harder. So why I get sad when there's ships in the harbor? 'Cause they must be leaving soon, as they should. I got to see an old friend. We laughed and stayed up till it came to an end. And I wish it was easy to lie. I tend to get lost in the stars. I waste every night wondering where we all are and how we must be leaving soon as we do. I'm standing by water, it's harder and harder. It's why I get sad when there's ships in the harbor, 'cause they must be leaving soon as they It takes time to know when you're wrong. It takes even longer to put it all in a song. And I wish it was easy to like you did. When I'm by peaceful waters, it gets harder and harder. And I'd do anything just to talk to my father. But I guess he was leaving soon as we do. Yeah, I guess he was passing through, and I am too.
Speaking of my dog Maggie, this is a song that I actually wrote about my dog Maggie. So if this proves anything, whoever's in the back that doubts my love for my dog. I co-wrote it with my fiance, and it's about rescuing our dog Maggie, but the whole kind of sentiment behind it is that I believe that when you have your first pet that you really love and it loves you back, and eventually they have to pass away, I just feel like they keep finding you over and over again in all your pets that you have throughout your life. So this song is called That Was Then.
Could have known you're all I need, running up and down the street. She was perfect. And that was then, and this is how you fall in love without a doubt. We broke. She's having trouble trying to sleep. She gets anxious when we'll always come back. Well, at first I disagreed, all the first up to the sheets, but that won't matter. She ain't broken, can't you see? A little love is all she needs. we keep changing what she eats. She'll be okay. She reminds me of what I had long ago, way in the past, and I still miss her. And that was then, and this is how she came back to see me now. Knew she'd find me. Now she's far fast asleep, and I kinda like the furry sheets.
This next one is called Letter to My Brother, and I wrote it just about loving somebody through addiction. I've lost some friends to addiction, and I have some friends that are still currently struggling with it, and it can be very detrimental to the people around that person just as much as the addiction takes a toll on that individual. So I wrote this song called Letter to My Brother.
Sometime both of my shoes are untied. I might stay outside, so let me fix your troubled mind. Can you please just stay inside? None of that will work this time. I tried, I really tried. So how was your night with Sam Stone? You don't have to be alone, come on, please come on. And I think we could save the world. I'm sorry for the fighting words, and I get scared when you're not you. I'm through, but I've been there too. So how many times have you died? One too many fucking times. I'm tired, but I'm so tired. And I know that it's not your fault. I'll never
this next one is called Above the Flame. And I wrote it just kind of about the beginning of me and my fiance's relationship. Was a little bit off to a rocky start because I was doing a bunch of shit I shouldn't be doing. And she was super cool about it. It was just like, hey, like, cut it out, be normal, stop. And I was like, all right, cool. Sometimes you just need someone to come in your life that you really want around, and they're just like, your current state is like not cool. Be different, you know? And then you're like, you know what, maybe I could be a little bit. It's called Above the Flame.
Thought you knew that I just took a pill. Yes, I know it's 8 a.m., but I was feeling ill. Hold my feet above the flame tonight, and something up can tell me I'm alright. The ball is in your court, and I grew tired of waking up and always feeling strange. I never thought that anyone could ever make me change. Hold my feet above the flame tonight. Something up can tell me I'm alright. I don't know where to go from, and I guess the ball is in your court, my dear. So synthetic, can't forget the hell it always brings. Feels much better finding joy in all the little things. You held my feet above the flame that night, told me all the ways that I could die. Now I know where to go from here, but I guess the ball is in your court still here.
So this next one, it's on the record. It's called By the Way, and it's kind of to address the elephant in the room is that it's been a little over 2 years since we all lost my dad, and the whole kind of thing behind this song is the world lost John Prine, but I lost my dad on that day, and the song's called By the Way.
at 17 when Mom thought I moved way too far. By the way, I wish I stayed and unpacked all of my bags. All the times I always miss, all the times we never had. Can I breathe all of me into a bottle and throw it in the sea? By the way, people say I look just like you. And I don't want to think about the excuses that I made. And all those nights I should have just sat down and played spades. Don't keep all that in your heart. Well, son, it'll just drag you down. Even if you find it or don't like it, the world will keep spinning round. Can I breathe all of me into a bottle and throw it in the sea? By the way, people say I look just like you. And I don't want to talk about the day that you slipped away. And it's still hard to hear your voice in the songs that we used to sing. Well, I miss you and I love you. Some things can't ever change. And although you're gone, the world moves along. It's a part of you that will remain. Can I breathe all of me into a bottle and throw it in the sea? By the way, people say I look just like you. By the way, people say I look just like you.
I think it's so weird. I pull out like a small bag on stage that's full of eggs. It's a weird joke. This is kind of like a bit of a part two to Above the Flame, kind of expanding on me needing to change a little bit when me and Savannah first met. This song's called Roxy.
why would I show up to the party? 'Cause we're fighting and I'm tired. Is it because I was hanging out all night with Roxy? 'Cause I'm sorry, and I wish I was different, but I'm not me, and I'm sorry. Remember that night that I got excited for no reason? I was on fire. You started asking me if I was lying. I started crying. I was so high and I hate everything that I'm trying to not be. I'm sorry. Even if I get bucked off the saddle, lose my paddle, exit the castle, Mama told me showing up is half the battle. Life is fragile and I wish I had listened before you caught me, and I'm sorry. This next one's called Reach the Sun. And when I started my tour, I had everything set to kick off in August of last year. And I got a call in like July from one of my older brother's friends. And he was like, hey man, I'm helping my wife book this festival in Des Moines. One of the artists dropped out. There's like an opening slot if you want it. And I was like, yes, like I would love to get this thing started so I don't just hit the road and have to play my first show like fresh. And he's like, cool, sounds good. And I was like, when is it? He's like, tomorrow. Okay, I'm like, I'm in Nashville. And he's like, I'm not gonna lie, you'll probably have to like get on a flight at like 3 a.m. and come out here. And I was super grateful for the opportunity. However, it had been like 18 months since I was on stage and I had what we like to call a panic attack in the middle of the night when I woke up to get on that flight. And Savannah just kind of had to like talk me down and remind me like, this is actually a good thing you're freaking out about. You're lucky that you get to do this. So I wrote this song called Reach the Sun. And oh my God, it's 3 a.m. Where am I going? Emotions that never end. Let's just be open. I'm floating, burning those days, the world ablaze with you, with eyes for brighter things, for me, brighter things.
Tonight went by kind of fast. I only got a couple more for you guys. Thank y'all so much for coming out. Really, really appreciate y'all coming and singing. I brought some shirts with me, but I thankfully sold all of them last night at the show. So if you want a shirt, they're really cool. They're just black shirts with the cool designs of Tommy Prine on them. I would really appreciate it if you bought a shirt. You can go to tommyprine.com. And while you're there, check out where I'm going next. Come do another show. I'd love to see you. Who knows? Maybe it'll be like more fun than this. I doubt it though. Tonight was awesome. This next one has a pretty cool story. It's called Cash Carter Hill. So me and my buddy Rustin, I was talking to him one day, and he's friends with John Carter Cash, who is Johnny Cash and June Carter's son. And when Rustin was going through a bit of a hard time, John Carter was like, hey man, why don't you go stay out at my parents' house that like no one ever goes to. It's just I take care of it sometimes, but like it's empty if you want to go hang out in it and just kind of get away from the city. And he was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, damn, that's the coolest thing I've ever heard. So like I like jokingly was like, oh, we should totally like write for the record there. And like 2 weeks later, he calls me. He's like, yo, I got the keys. We're going for like 5 days. I was like, what? Okay, like sounds good. Let me not like sweat away my body weight right now because I'm nervous. But it was the most like special, amazing place I've ever been in my entire life. Definitely like a lifetime of memories made out there just in a couple of days. And we wrote for the record, and every single morning we go into the woods in the back, in like the middle of the woods in Virginia, and we would just hang out and get our minds right and talk and stuff. And I found my own little quiet space in these woods in the back of the Carter family house, and I just wrote this song kind of as an ode to that place and how special it was. The song is called Cash Carter Hill.
Go up on a mountain and stash all your bills and find your own trail up in Cash Carter Hill. And paint out the picture of another man's steps and drink from the creek as you draw on your breath. Take your heart and your bearings, forge out of steel, go as long as you want or as long as you feel. For an older man's sorrow is a younger man's thrill, and find your own trail up Cash Carter Hill. Silence is peace in a living man's head. There's a noise from the void when you talk to the dead. And if you ask the right questions and your soul starts to fill, then you found your own trail from Cash Carter Hill. silence is peace in the living man's head. There's a noise from the void when you talk to the dead. And if you ask the right questions and your soul starts to fill, then you found your own trail up on Cash Card Hill.
Well, it's been an amazing evening. Thank you guys so much. Got one more song for you. If you feel like singing along, go for it. It's kind of what the song's about. Anyways.
When I was a child, my family was traveling down to western Kentucky. My parents were born. There's a backwards old town that's often remembered. So many times that memories were. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, Paradise Lake. Sorry, my son, but you're too late and nasty. Mr. Peabody's car train is all in the way. Well, sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes. We shoot with our pistols and empty pop bottles. It's all we would. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where Paradise lay. I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late and nasty. Mr. Peabody's car train is all in the way. Coal company came with the world's largest shovel. They tortured the timber, they stripped off the land. They dug for their coal till the land was forsaken. They wrote it all down as the progress of the land. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, Paradise Lake. Sorry, my son, but you're too late and nasty. Mr. Peabody's car train is all in the way. When I die, let my ashes flow down the Green River. Let my sorrow on up to the Rochester Dam, and I'll be halfway to heaven, paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where Paradise lay. Sorry, my son, you're too late and nasty. Mr. Peabody's car train is all in the way. Mr. Peabody's car train has halted away.
Much love, New York. Thank you so much for coming out. My name is Tommy Prine. I recommend you guys check me out on TommyPrine.com. Grab a shirt. Look out for that album. And hope you all come back one day. See you guys. Thank you so much.